What's up there, everyone? It's GG Sober Sun. It's a little overcast today, a little hazy, but still lovely. We've got a breeze, but it's been super muggy, like August muggy. And we're only halfway in the middle of June. So, AA thought for the day. In AA, we have learned that drink is our greatest enemy. Although we used to think that liquor was our friend, the time came when it turned against us and became our enemy. We don't know just when this happened, but we know that it did because we began to get into trouble, jails and hospitals. We realize now that liquor is our enemy. Is it still my main business to keep sober? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that, the things I do to keep sober. It's just to live an abundant life, really. And avoiding alcohol is one of those things, right? So all these this simple kit of spiritual tools that I've been given, really, the big book talks about we don't even have to swear off of it. If tempted, we recoil as if from a hot flame. And we find this comes without really trying, kind of thing. And that comes because when we practice using the simple kit of spiritual tools that the AA program offers, it just starts to become part of our life, and we don't think about alcohol really much. And in fact, a lot of meetings rarely talk about drinking. Like what was today? Today I think it was gratitude at my home group meeting. But it's like gratitude. There's a homeless guy talking about what he's got to be grateful for. And it's where do you get that out in the community? You can. Some churches are really good about it, but there you go. It's not really my main business to keep sober. I do know that I know that I know that I know that I can never safely drink alcohol. But at this point, it's kind of like, why would I ever want to try? Because the alternative is feeling ostracized from my friends and family who have become my family in AA. So, yeah, keep coming back. That's what I focus on. Keep coming back, regardless of, you hear, don't drink if your ass falls off. Again, to me, that's like focusing on what you don't want to do. But I've heard, don't drink if your ass falls off. If your ass falls off, pick it up and bring it to a meeting and we'll help you put it back on. Avoid alcohol at all costs, even if your ass falls off. Life can be life. Problems are problems, whether I'm drinking or not. But I'm causing a lot less. I'm not trying to run from my problems. I'm not trying to run from my feelings and distract myself from my feelings with alcohol anyway. That's the other thing that I carried well into sobriety, into years of abstinence from alcohol. I still had that default setting of distracting myself from my feelings in so many ways. Compulsive overeating. I got huge one time. I mean, huge for me. And I know I was just eating so much that I got to the point where I'd get reflux. I would just eat so much that I thought I was gonna bust. Oh, it was horrible. Don't have to live like that anymore. And today I got some good news about care. I've been hurting for a while and have not applied for, and have been hesitant, fearful, I should say. Let's call it what it is. I was fearful of applying for 100% disability from the VA. I've been at 90% since I got out of the Air Force in 2011, and I, like I said, was fearful to reapply for an increase because I had heard people get their rating reduced. I don't know how that happens, but at any rate, I got that news today, and it means a little bit more. It means a lot of things, actually. Free dental, an increase in my monthly compensation amount. It's a fairly significant increase. You know, my kids can, well, Joshua's got his own GI Bill, post 9/11 GI Bill, but my daughter can go to college for free as a 100%, you know, and there's some other benefits, but at any rate, the weird thing was my immediate impulse was gratitude. Obviously, I felt like I won the lottery, but then I got the urge to compulsive overeat. It was weird. I just wanted to go and gorge myself. It's just, I don't understand it, but at least today I'm aware of it. So yeah, no, you know, my main business is to be in recovery of all kinds. Drinking would throw it all to hell in a handbasket, for sure, if I were to drink. Everything else goes out the window. So that, I guess, in a way, that is still the main thing. Keeping the main thing the main thing. Avoid alcohol at all costs. There you go. Meditation for the day. It is not your circumstances that need altering so much as yourself. After you have changed, conditions will naturally change. Spare no effort to become all that God would have you become. Follow every good leading of your conscience. Take each day with no backward look. Face the day's problems with God and seek God's help and guidance as to what you should do in every situation that may arise. Never look back. Never leave until tomorrow the thing that you are guided to do today. Oof. Man, there's a few good things in there. Strong words for sure. But I'm involved also in adult children of alcoholics, adult children of dysfunctional families / alcoholics. And I think my involvement in that fellowship is more about being made aware of some of the default settings that I slip into as a result of being an adult, you know, growing up in an alcoholic and dysfunctional household. Like, for example, there's 14 characteristics, right? I don't know them all, but one of them is fear of authority figures and the need to people please. Another one is we get guilt feelings when we stand up for ourselves. And I've had to do that a couple of times this week. I had a work order that was dealing with a DVR. I may have shared about this before, but there was a DVR at a retail store that was showing something up. It wasn't recording. So this is the first time that I've done work for this company off of the normal freelance website. They said, hey, we're ending our relationship with Work Market. We would like to work directly with you. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, I mean, I like using freelance platforms. I have 2 that I use. I don't really care to use any more than that. And I don't really care to work off of them. Frankly, it creates more of a hassle, more work for me. But anyway, I have an LLC, so I'm not too concerned about, you know, the tax implications, yada, yada, yada. I just have to remember at the end of the year that I should be looking for another 1099 from this company. At any rate, they said I took too long on this job and to troubleshoot something, and they didn't want to pay me what I invoiced them for. And my initial thought was, yeah, what the heck, you know, I'll knock an hour off, whatever, $70, no big deal. And then I thought, well, I started thinking more about it, and it wasn't necessarily a matter of principle. It's, yeah, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And they were trying to loop it in with, okay, we're going to replace everything, so we'll give you this much for this one, and then, you know, when you go and you replace all the cameras and you replace the DVR, we'll pay you this much. And I'm just like, one thing at a time, man. First of all, you know, let's deal with one issue at a time. And so I went back to him and explained why I thought, no, that's not a good idea. And I'm not going to take any less. You know, there were like 3 or 4 different reasons, I think justifiable reasons, and they were like, hey, we can't bill the customer for you taking that long on a troubleshooting ticket. And I was like, well, okay, well, you're not gouging me for it. And you know, my initial response was, oh, and my rates just doubled for the install, you know. But AA has taught me the restraint of tongue and pen, right? And so it's important to know that as a result of getting sober, as a result of establishing a relationship with the God of my understanding, that I am new creation. Creation. I'm a new creation. And that all that stuff, all the crap that I went through, that was another person, that was another lifetime. And really, it shouldn't have any impact on who I am and how I act and react to the world today. And I'm realizing that more and more every day that goes by. So I'm full of joy, and I think that, yes, I need to strive to conform my will to God's will. And I love that. I love what was said there. Face the day's problems with God and seek God's help and guidance as to what you should do in every situation that may arise. Never look back, never leave until tomorrow. The thing you are guided to do today. And I had a couple of guidances to reach out to some people, and I haven't yet. So let me wind this down. I pray that God will help me to become all that He would have me be. I pray that I may face today's problems with good grace. Unmerited favor is what grace is. Unmerited mercy. So keep coming back, y'all. Keep the main thing, and that is God, and everything else will come along with it. Look up, aim up, rise up. Love you.